Hello.
So, what are you doing, sir?
Do you have money for tomorrow, Devan?
Trying to get a car.
Oh, come over here. I'll get you a car. Drink this. Drink.
Okay.
Come on, drink up. What you doing? You gotta flex K items and then the alcohol, and then you gotta use it. There you go. And now you gotta put your hands up, because I've got a gun and I'll pull it out if you don't. Don't you run, it's not worth it. So you wanna put your hands up?
What did I even do?
Just put your hands up. Listen up, man. I'm gonna have to shoot you now.
For what? What did I even do? Put my hands up?
Give me all your money. Okay, go on your phone.
I got 0, and on my phone, I have $69.
Then you ain't no use to me. I'ma shoot your ass soon.
Sir, you
Good
need
night.
a RP reason to shoot me.
You not think anything about me.
Well, now you done just broke it.
Can you respond to Mama? Are you there?
What?
You gonna give me my damn money?
Money for tomorrow.
I have 0 money, and you gave me
Well, then you
that.
ain't no use to me then.
You're not meant to do that, sir. Sir.
I don't know, this guy doesn't have money. Keshav, can you remove 20 plus from your account and send me?
Big mistake, bro. Big mistake.
Don't.
I know money for tomorrow. Or you go to see
Big mistake.
I said I will give you the 20. I'm not saying. And my hands are dirty. And I don't want you to give me my card.
No exclamation board. I mean, it's pretty much stupidity.
So that's the outside of the battery.
The inside, it's the lithium strip. If water gets on this, it will catch fire like it's sucking gas.
How did you learn how to do this? I mean, this is like you're like a scientist or something like that.
Just running with the wrong crew.
Is there a chance that I'm gonna get high off this in here? Be honest. Yeah? So how should I avoid it?
There's not really any way to avoid it.
There's no way for me to avoid it?
Not really.
Let me be absolutely clear. We are in the midst of a crisis when it comes to methamphetamine. A crisis. It's a drug that is everywhere in our community. I see your opiates, I raise you methamphetamine. That's true.
There's a lot of mythology and a lot of stigma around meth. From the idea that one hit will get you addicted for life, to the cliches about it making all your teeth fall out.
I've been hyped up about bromine for the past hour.
Yeah.
What the fuck is bromine used for, Nigel? I gotta know. Now I need to know.
So you want to know what bromine's used for besides having fun?
Yeah, okay. Really?
No, it's. I think it's cool because that was the most obvious. I think it's cool.
Uranium is kind of hype. It's kind of in right now.
No, so it's like it's similar to chlorine. So if you smell bromine, it's like a weird chlorine.
Oh, does it disinfect things?
Yeah. Like,
Oh,
so
oh.
in some like it's
heard
common
about
in
this.
hot tubs. They'll use,
Yes,
like,
right. I've
bromine.
heard about this.
And even some pools use bromine. But I
Huh.
feel like it's more common in spas. For whatever I see, the products that like spa products.
Is
are
it cheaper than chlorine?
I know they kind of. I think they've phased it out. It was banned in Canada or
Huh.
Quebec because I think it's bromine is toxic slightly.
Okay, right.
Like compared to chlorine. I think there's like some toxicity issue compared to chlorine, so they're
Okay.
trying to phase it out of pools.
Yeah.
And I think they stopped selling them as pool products.
Oh.
But if you look at the periodic table, which I'm sure you're very familiar
No,
with.
I'm familiar with the periodic table.
No, I'm saying it as a joke because
Okay,
like,
okay.
people who in chem aren't familiar, and I barely look at it myself.
I have an engineering degree, but I don't do any. Yeah.
I think it's like a meme that like chemists look at the periodic table all the time.
okay.
But it's kind of like I look at it when I need to, and I
Yeah.
don't remember half of it.
Are you saying
Right,
you
right.
don't have a poster of the periodic table?
I
in
do.
your room?
I do.
Yeah, you have to.
No, it's right above my office. Like,
Right.
Yeah, that has
I
to.
feel like you have to
Every
get, like,
lab has the periodic
But
table
in
somewhere.
the new office, it's like you only look at it when you need to.
Yeah.
But either way, it's like if you look at it, bromine's in the family of halogens. So
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
chlorine, bromine, iodine, and fluorine.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
So it's like it's between. Oh, in my head, I'm like, oh god, this is all bad.
It looks the same color as iodine, right? Kind of.
No, so as you go down, so fluorine's at the top,
Okay.
and then it's a gas.
Yeah.
You go
Yeah.
down one, and you get to chlorine. God, I don't know. Sweating.
We put on
my
the test
knowledge.
right now.
Yeah, so it's like I'm like, oh no, but you get to chlorine, which is a gas.
Yeah.
Then you get to bromine, which is a liquid, and then below that's iodine, which is solid.
Solid. Iodine's solid normally?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's normally solid.
Huh.
In my head, I'm like, oh god, did I get that order wrong?
So-
so it's very similar, but it just looks cool because it's like a black, scary-looking liquid.
It does look like an Elden Ring boss is about to spawn out of it in all of your videos.
But it's used in kind of like just specific chemistry reactions.
Right.
It's used in organic synthesis, but it's like not that.
So you're basically giving bromine a use.
I'm giving it all the hype.
Yeah, a purpose. You're bringing the bromine hype.
I've used it before to do a chemical reaction.
Right.
It's just not. I think it looks cooler than you know, what
So
it's
you use
actually-
it on, and you use it. It's visually very appealing.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
that
just
makes
wanted.
sense.
I
That
made
makes
it first
sense.
because I just wanted to make it.
Yeah.
Like this black scary liquid.
Okay, that's fair enough. Another. Oh, do you want?
Yeah.
Oh no, go
Okay.
for it.
Another question I had is: you say chemicals are restricted, right? Okay. Maybe this is like a bad question to ask, but maybe this question where it's like, don't ask that question. Let's say there's a chemical that is very prohibited, but you can buy two other scary chemicals that can make the very scary banned chemical. How does that work? Are you like, if you buy the chemical, it's like you better not make this with it.
Well, if it's in the U.S.,
Yeah.
like what in the case for meth. Oh, they just. No,
Okay, why meth? Okay, go.
Because meth is like probably one of the most the one thing that people synthesize the most. Like
Right.
people also
Yeah.
synthesize cocaine and like all this other stuff. It's just that meth, for whatever reason, is like the most well known that people make it.
Yeah, for whatever reason.
Well, I'm just saying like it's the most well known. Like if I were to say like, people make like synthesize cocaine, you're probably like probably. Whereas like it's kind of a meme that people make meth.
Okay. That's a meme.
But it's like what they
Not real.
did was it's kind of for a long time it was like a race between the sketchy chemists and the government.
Yeah.
So like at first they're like, okay, meth is illegal, and the guy's like, hey, well I got the ingredients for meth and these aren't illegal, so I'm just gonna make it. I can buy these and I can make it.
Right.
Then the government goes, okay, those chemicals are illegal.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, well I have two chemicals that can make that chemical.
Right, it's
And
gone
they
so
go just-
far.
Right.
So they would just keep going down the chain.
Right.
And with meth, it's gone so far. Like it's like you're like sometimes like I think it's like 4 things down the line.
Right.
And then you get to the point where it's just like such an obscure chemical that you can only buy it from a chemical company
Right.
because it's just like a petrochem, like made in industry.
Right.
There's almost no way for you to just make it.
Yeah.
And then you want to buy it from a chemical company, they will go like, what are you using it for? And they'll write your name down and they'll only let you buy a certain amount.
Right.
But there are still ways around it, of course. Like there's still, I'm saying like the illegal, like the
So funny.
the people who are
It's like not that I would know.
the people who are synthesizing meth.
I mean,
have
obviously, it's
found
still being
other
made.
ways
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
to do it.
I mean, yeah, obviously the fact that people are still making it. They
Well,
have
and
to,
sometimes they just go, it doesn't even matter that like 4 chemicals down it's banned.
Yeah.
They just illegally import either the meth itself
From another country or
or
something.
they just illegally import the one ingredient lower.
one ingredient, right?
And a lot of it's from China. I think China would, not to call them out. I think because they would just, I forget, a friend who was involved, like he knew a lot about it, he didn't make it.
That's such a funny sentence.
It's like, I know a lot about cocaine.
Okay. Okay, so
I don't
continue.
He would just say that like, it was a big thing on like Chinese websites that they would make I don't know, they would advertise it as stuff, like stuff that's very close to drugs,
Right.
but as something else, and then you could buy that. But I honestly don't know too much about
Is it like the herb grinders? You know, like
It
that
would-
kind of advertising?
Well, so like
it's not a bong, it's a water pipe.
Yeah.
well, like one thing that they would sell like designer drugs for a while. So like straight up like almost basically meth, but they would sell it for like research purposes, and you could just buy it in the U.S. because it wasn't a scheduled drug. I don't know all the details about this, but they would also sell like the chemicals and stuff. You could find like sources, and like I said, my sketchy days on eBay, I didn't buy anything like that. But there was a guy who's like, "Tell me what you want, I can get you anything."
That's not what you want to hear. That's not what you want to hear.
Even the stuff that was just listed on eBay shouldn't have been listed there.
Right.
What was like the craziest stuff you saw listed on eBay?
But there is no secret. What is it called? Ice.